that was caused Sufyan Thawri. He was not blind man. So therefore, because of that little lie, which people think, he just lied. They said, you know, don't take narration from him. Because narration that is claiming goes back to Prophet Muhammad. If this man is just lying about normal things, so we should be very cautious about the statement of Prophet Muhammad.
Where was that recorded?
That was recorded in his time. Ahmed's time. Even now we have manuscript of Hammam ibn Munabbih. Who is Hammam ibn Munabbih? Is a student of Abu Huraira, Abdul Rahman ibn Sakhr. Naam, Abdul Rahman ibn Sakhr is a Prophet Muhammad's disciple. Basically, manuscript says, Hammam ibn Munabbih saying, Abu Huraira said, Prophet Muhammad said. And what they did, they got it and they verified it with the other books, which they narrate Prophet. Okay. So when it comes to Islam, before we take in narration, we go deeper. Yeah. We're not going to just take it because manuscript you found in the cave. Don't worry who wrote it. Just Jesus said we have to accept it. No.
I think it's funny when you say that. It's just funny when you say that. listen. All even the things that they found in the caves. Listen, before I can even.
Because that's what's happening now.
No, but sure, yeah. and I take that. Listen, empires are built on top of empires. Yeah. That's true. So things are going to be buried. Yeah. Discoveries are going to be found, and it's going to be found when, you know, it's time to be found. But what I'm saying is that. That's fine. You have a way of verifying, and that's good.
Because back then there was no recording.
No, and
you know what I mean? There was no camera.
That's very good, and that's very good. But my question is this: before, did you have to go through all of that research and all of that verification before you knew that the Quran was true?
It's already done.
No, wait.
What do you mean, like? What do you mean, like? I had to do.
Yeah. So it's you, Shamsi.
Yeah.
When you first read the Quran, you said the Quran is a true book. Yeah. Did you go through all of those, all the research and all the verification first before you said it's a true book, or did you read the Quran and said, you know what, this has to be the,
I read the Quran and because I'm an Arabic speaker. Yeah. As I said to you, when you listen to people speaks in any language, they will not never speak like the Quran speaks. So I came to know without any doubt that speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And this is a very important point. I'm saying you can have all the evidence in the world. You can have research backed up. It's good it's there. I think it's very important it's there, and I think if you're going to come from a historic or even an academic background, you have to have that. You have to back up what you say. What I'm saying, there's something more powerful than all that. There's something more powerful than all that. You said yourself, when you studied and when you heard it, when you heard it, you felt that it was true to yourself. You didn't have to look at all the scribes and the scholars. You didn't have to do all that. No.
I was then in the school that they preserved it and so on and so on. But not in details.
No, of course. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that's what I'm talking about. That intangible understanding of something that's true doesn't necessarily come from records. And listen, records are very important. I'm not trying to dismiss that, and I understand the principles behind it. However, there's physical and then there's spirit.
Spiritual, yeah.
And it's I think spirit came before physical.
But the problem with that.
No, wait.
No.
Sure. Listen, I'm just telling you what I believe.
Okay, spiritual becomes first.
Listen, this is what I personally believe. Yeah. This is my understanding of it. And it might, obviously we have different faiths, so it's going to be different. Okay. But I'm just telling you, it's the intangible things like that when you know something is true. Yeah. That's something in itself, independent from I've done the research and I've verified it. It's different. It's different. So you've come to that knowledge of the Quran through that method. Yeah. But you've also found that, listen, I have the backup and I have the research, I have the records. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's important. I think it's important to delve a little deeper into that side of things.
Very knowledgeable.
Because
deeper in what way?
It's spiritual acknowledgement, that's true. There's major problems with it.
Yeah, spiritual.
No, listen.
Man, you know when it's spiritual, I couldn't go out there and say, believe in the Quran because I've read it.
Sure. And I know what holes you're talking about, but it's important to know that it exists and it's there. Now, further to your point, in terms of holes, when you look at logic, you look at intellects, logic changes, your intellect like someone can have more.
I have to stop
okay,
you there. Logic doesn't change.
Let me.
Why is logic? Why is rational doesn't change? Why is rational?
What I'm saying, rational is a point of view.
No, what is established rational? Like for example,
when you say rational, when you say a rational decision,
rational, for example.
No, but I didn't get to finish my point.
Okay, sorry, go on. Sorry.
And I think it's important to, you know, when you try to rely on your own intelligence and your own rationality and your own logic, sometimes you can be wrong.
That's not without any doubt, yes.
But that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But
sometimes you can be wrong.
We have to be moderate. We don't accept it straight away, and we don't say yes or no. We say yes. Sometimes if you solely base your faith on intellect by itself, that will not help you, because why you think? But remember, God gave us intellect to utilize it.
Definitely.
Because some people, they go to extreme with their intellect, they want to judge God by their intellect.
Definitely.
And that is a problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to determine how much you rely on that way of verifying things. And like trying to say, well, using my intellect, I think that this according to my intellect, because your intellect and your logic can be wrong. It's not perfect.
But sometimes things clearly go wrong.
No, sure. Now, so the point I'm trying to make, because that's what I'm just trying to get to. I'm not going to dismiss a man's work based on what someone else has told me.
That's true. You study.
Yeah. No. Wait. I'm not gonna dismiss another man's work based on what someone else. It's important for me.
No, but it depends on the person as well.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If someone trustworthy, truthful, honest person, and you know him for years,
I have to make that determination for myself. I have to say, listen, I met Shamsi and he robbed me.
Yeah.
So I know Shamsi is. We have different principles.
Of course.
Rather than someone else saying, oh, you know, I saw Shamsi do this, and you know, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's important to know it for yourself. That's when you can truly say, listen, I know that this is true because I've had that experience,
of course, because Allah
and I've come to that determination. So what I'm saying is that when you're reading scriptures, you're not using that.
Using what?
You're not using an intellectual understanding. You're reading.
No, you're using it.
You are.
You use it because Allah.
The Prophet came to appeal to your intellect as well as yours.
Yeah.
No, of course.
Yeah, that's true. Because
When
Allah
Jesus came, why did he bring these signs?
To read in itself is using your intellect. Yeah, it is using your intellect.
No, you have to. Because Allah always
So-
address us to use our intellect.
Absolutely.
It's very important.
I think it's very important too. And I'm not dismissing that. What I'm saying, when you solely use your intellect to be your
No one's saying we're solely using it.
No. Listen, I'm not making an accusation.
You're just generally speaking.
Yeah, stop.
Generally speaking.
See, and it's important that we don't feel that we're accusing each other.
one another.
No, it's important.
Generally speaking. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but we need to be able to discuss these things and to truly believe what we're saying. But yeah, man, it's very interesting.
But what we tell you, Osman, like again, what I'm saying that you want to believe in God and you should worship God. You know that already.
I know that.
I'm saying that you should not be relying on a book that we don't know who wrote it, and none of them claim to be inspired by God. Because I understand, even this book example, maybe he's speaking about some things. But imagine in this book he says, God told me to do this, or God said do this and that, without any reference as his authority. Then you have to see, hold a minute, I don't even know who's this guy.
Yes.
He can be the biggest liar.
Yes, I
so
agree.
that's why, you know what?
I agree.
That's why you have to verify. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. Use your intellect, use your brains.
You said you should rely solely on the internet. You shouldn't rely solely on this
Spiritual
thing.
Yeah.
No,
because the Hindus
exactly.
go to extreme
No.
and they rely on spiritual thing and they live intellect.
I heard you speaking earlier about feelings. Feelings.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not talking about feelings. Feelings are also given to you by God. Like it's
Of course, by subjective.
No, well listen, the devil can influence your feelings. Yeah, he can influence your feelings. Your feelings are yours. Yeah, feelings are yours. If you want to bite on the influence, it's up to you. It's just like someone does something wrong.
Devil can deceive, yes? You agree?
Oh, 100, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's like if you make the decision to kill someone, you did it. You can't say, oh, well, the devil made me do it.
Not
you
did
it.
But
He influences you,
yes.
and it's up to you if you want to choose
to do it or not.
To do it or
yeah,
not.
because on the day of resurrection, Allah mentioned that on the day of resurrection, Satan will say, I just called you out and you respond to my call. I never forced you. Yeah, sure. So, but he can influence you. So what I want to do, I want to summarize it, because we go to pray Maghrib and come back. Summarize the points here, what we're saying. That we're saying, look, and I'm very happy I spoke to you, to be honest, because like you said, it's good to have beneficial discussions. No useless discussion, accusing one another, insulting. I'm saying, look, when you look to Islam, Christianity, look, you are basing, not you, I'm trying to speak to that. Like you said, we don't want to feel like basing our belief on a book that we don't know who wrote them, and in a books that we don't know if the writers never claim to be inspired by God, and they're speaking about God. They're claiming Jesus to be Son of God. Is the case? Did Jesus really said that? The other thing, when you look to Islam, subhanAllah, how the Quran was preserved and how the Quran was passed down to us, and the method that the Muslim scholars in the earliest time utilized to make sure there's nothing being added to the Quran or added to the tradition is so perfect. Also, sorry, I think I'm speaking.
No. So these bugs is like mosquitoes. Like
there's big mosquitoes here, to be honest. There's bigger than this. So when you look to Prophet Muhammad also, how he was a prophet of God. Let me ask you this one before I go. Do you accept Muhammad as a true prophet?
It's just what do I know about Muhammad? All I know about Muhammad is contained in the Quran and in the Hadiths. Correct? I haven't read them, so I can't say.
But in the position of your beliefs that you are from now, do you acknowledge there's a possibility he's a true prophet or not?
I believe that God calls prophets. I believe that God calls prophets. He sends prophets.
So you haven't dismissed him as a false prophet?
I haven't dismissed.